Hey everyone, it's Eric Vasquez over here at Beast Coast Motorsports. Brian Bell allowed us to use his shop so we can install the Velossa Gen4 snorkels. With the lid kit, we're going to go through the process of taking your bumper off. We're going to show you taking the OEM air ducts off. There is an air duct system in there. You'll see we're going to go through that. We're going to go through the install of the wiring, how to hook it up into your fuse box, and then we're going to go through the Diode Dynamics app on your phone and show you the different controls that you can do with it. We'll show how to disassemble the bumper first. Under the covers on both sides is a screw on underneath these. So you just pop these off, and back in here is a 10mm bolt, and you just take that out. Back behind the wheel over here is another 10mm screw that holds the bumper on also. Back underneath over here. And on the passenger side, it's the same thing. And there's a screw on the top, and then there's a screw on the bottom also. Also on the top here, we need to just take the front bolts off on the strut bars. That's a 12mm screw. And then also, just got to take off the push clips also that are on the front. All right, we're going to take the bottom part of the bumper apart now. On the side, there are push clips that you're going to have to disassemble. 1 and 2. And the third one up on the top here. And there's also 3 on this side. Okay, underneath, you can also have push clips in the splash guard. But because I have the splitter on and my splitter is actually screwed to the bumper, I don't have that. But you're going to have 5 push clips across the front. Then on the back, you're going to have 10mm screws that just need to come off. We're just going to take the bumper cover off, all the clips and screws are taken off. We're just going to have the front off here, so it gets off the fender, off the side, just pops out. And then on this side over here is the wiring harness for your front end sensors. That just clips out and slides right off. All right, from this point now, we're going to take the air shroud off, and Kia's version of their air intakes to your air boxes or air filters. Looking at this for the first time, it does look a little inefficient. They have this whole shroud set up like this, but the air going to where the filters would have been is on the top, so if you think there was a cover here, it's really not efficient. Going with the Velossa Big Mouth Gen4 inlets, you're going to wind up with more air, a better system with the air going to your air filters than what Kia actually has.
I can't
Just to re-clarify, there's going to be 5 screws on each side, not 6. There's just one on the bottom. There was another screw there, but you don't need to use that to take that off. And that's it on the air shroud. Alright, so the Velossa Gen4s, they come nicely wrapped, bubble wrapped, wrapped around twice, so you got double coverage. I went with red for my throat. What you're gonna have to do is off the original piece, you need this rubber gasket. Just carefully take this off so you don't rip it, otherwise you'll be going to key it for a new one. And this is good. It's just going to go right on here. That's going to help the seal when the big mouth intake is on. Okay, now that we got the rubber gasket on the back of the throat, when you get the throat, it comes with the lip installed. That's going to be 4 Allen key screws to take off. Okay, now that I got the mouth off, I wound up going with the lip kit. This came in bubble wrap also. Nice. It does come with the screws inside of it already, just to mount right on. That's that. And then your wiring harness also for the install. Or you're going to put the mount back onto the throat, and then you're going to just tighten down on the 4 Allen key screws. Alright, so now that we installed the mount, the lip mount on, and we have the rubber gasket on the back, put that on here, and it's just 2 screws that you need to remount the big mount. All right, just one other thing, when you are reinstalling the throat, you're going to use the OEM screws that were on the original mounting. All right, so we got the big mount Gen4s installed now with the lip on the mount. The wiring here, it comes with a little 3M clip on. That's going to attach to the back of the throat. And then you're going to use on the radiator support, you're going to use the holes here to zip tie the wiring. This is an extension wire that's going to get over to the other side. All right, so we did some setting up of the wiring first. I'm just going to explain how we did this. We had the wiring off the mount on this side, come across, we zip tied it underneath, and then there is another connector in here which is the extender, brings it up into here. The other wire comes up through here underneath the radiator support, and everything's tucked in back here. This is your Bluetooth controller. And from there, ran the wire up, and here we are at this point. This piece here is now going to go into an empty fuse slot that's going to be hot, which means that we'll be able to have the lights on. If you're at a car show, you don't have to have an accessory on the car. You can run it up at any point. So I have the cover here from NGI. Take that off. Just move my JB4 out of the way. And then you're going to take the fuse box cover off. All right, so we're going to take the, this is going to go to one of the hot leads in your fuse box. Right behind the 20 amp fuse here is one of your hot leads. Just going to install that in there. Make sure you're in all the way, and now we got light. All right, now that we've connected the power to the lit kit, now we're going to go to your phone, and you're going to download the Diode Dynamics app. You're going to click on the app, and right now you see that there's two different devices. There was another one installed today, so just know which one when you're setting this up. If there are other ones in the area, you want to know which the new device is so you're not connecting to the other device. Most times it's going to be the top one, but not always. So you're going to click on new device. It's going to ask you to power down. And you're going to reconnect. Connect back again. Right now you'll be able to now customize the name on your system. So when you go to a car show and you're lined up with 5 or 6 different Stingers or any other car that may be using Diode Dynamics, you'll know which one's yours. So I'm just gonna edit that name, and I'm gonna put in Carnage because that's the car's name, and hit confirm. Now it's customized. This is the other system that's in the area right now. It's going to give you a little tutorial of what to do. So at this point, there's no power to the lights right now. Once you move it, we got power. And as you scroll around on the colors of the rainbow, you're getting different colors on the lit kit. If you want to save a color, you have 5 choices that you can save colors of. Once you set the color you want, you press the box and it will save. If you want to set another color, go to another color, preset that. I'll set up all 5 right now. On the bottom of those colors, if you go and select one color, you can fade back how strong the color is projecting out. The next setting is patterns. So you can do 7-color crossfade, red fade, which they'll flash on and off, fading in and out, and you can go to red to green fade. So Christmas time, that would be really cool. Red to blue, I would suggest not, because a lot of skates are red and blue on police cars, or maybe red. Anything flashing, you're probably not going to be able to flash forward as you're driving down the road. That's good for when you're at a car show. Then you got a 7-color strobe. You got strobe light on that. Then you got through the rainbow again, all the strobe colors. Then you have a 7-color jump, and it will give you a disco feel. That's your pattern. You can also, there's a sync button. So you want to sync it to your microphone on your phone. And as you talk, the lights will change colors and go on and off. And you can also have it set to music. So if you're at a car show, and people have their stereos blasting, you can be strobing to that. Also has sensitivity, so the more sensitive, the higher the sensitivity, then the more that light's gonna flash. Okay everyone, that's a wrap up on the install on the Velossa Big Mouth Gen 4 snorkels with the lit kit. As you can see, the install is pretty simple. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We would also like to thank Brian Bell to allow us to use his shop. And also, if you like the video, please like, share, or subscribe to the Stung by Kia channel, also on Facebook and Instagram at Stung by Kia.